Many signs and confirmations from highly placed sources indicate that a reboot of Western civilization is being planned for 2019. The shutdown of the U.S. government over the holidays, for example, has nothing to do with building a wall, and everything to do with a financial reboot and upcoming military tribunals, and it is about fixing the problems besetting monotheism. The fact is that nobody knows when Jesus Christ was born, so the early Christian Church hijacked the old solar New Year holiday and replaced the sun with Jesus. The Christian Church needs to confess and tell people the truth about Christmas without in any way denying the wonderful teachings of Jesus Christ and Christianity. These issues, together with discussions of updating the calendars to bring them back into line with the movements of the heavens on which they are based, are going to be part of a broad public discourse in the new year. That is because, at the highest levels of world power, a decision has been made to go ahead and rebuild the Temple in Jerusalem and turn that city into an international free zone. This is why 2019 is likely to be a year for the history books. In preparation for these upcoming historical changes, U.S. troops are being withdrawn from various conflict zones in order to pave the way for world peace, CIA sources say. Pentagon sources agree, adding that U.S. President Donald Trump is pulling out of Syria, Afghanistan, Yemen, and the Ukraine to terminate the deep state and the Zionists, since the global currency reset requires peace and cessation of hostilities. This current U.S. government shutdown is going to lead to some sort of Chapter 11 reorganization of the U.S. government. The European royals, for example, acknowledge that the historical bonds, farm claims, and other claims against the U.S. government must be paid, yet cannot be paid without bankrupting the system. One thing they have agreed upon, though, is that a future planning agency will be established with a multi-trillion-dollar budget. Another that has been agreed upon at the highest level, including with Asian secret societies, is that criminality will be rooted out of the system, especially in the U.S. The criminals in charge in Israel and Saudi Arabia are also going to face justice, promise Russian FSB sources. Mass murdering Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Mohammed bin skin them alive. Salman are other criminals who will be receiving justice, say CIA, Pentagon, and FSB sources. Also slated for justice are the criminal members of the Biden, Pence, Clinton, Bush, Rockefeller, Rothschild, DuPont, Iwasaki, and other families who thought they were too rich to ever go to prison, the sources say. In December, Marine Generals John Kelly and James Mattis announced their resignations. The replacement of all three Marines at the top of the U.S. power hierarchy is simply because they have accomplished their goal of being the tip of the spear, Pentagon sources say. Now that a beachhead has been established in Washington, the U.S. Navy and Army will take care of the bigger organizational and rebuilding issues that will come up now, the sources say. One Pentagon source said that Mattis and Kelly want to leave the administration before the U.S. government is formally bankrupted. They will instead concentrate on supervising the military tribunals. Once the Washington establishment is cleaned up and the criminals receive justice, both are considering running for public office in 2020, the source says.